All right, it is Sunday night, 8 p.m. We know what that means. It is time for BayLink Sports. Where the hell is Bob BayLink Sports? But who knows? Maybe Bob will come on in a little bit. But until then, we have for me on the left, we have Kyle on the right, Don on the bottom, and Big Chief Daddy Daniel on the bottom left. I am Jeff, your host, coming to you live from Safety Harbor Studios outside, where it is beautiful outside, 80 something degrees. I just flew back from Pennsylvania, where it was 46 degrees when I left. 46 degrees. And now it is 85. And Bacon Poppy, how well do you know corn mazes? I do not. If you'd like to hear this story, if we get a break in sports, I will tell you about the corn maze. And it wasn't pretty at all, but we'll go from there. Ralph, glad to have you on tonight. We're going to have to get you on live to talk about sports one night. So we'll go from there. So, without further ado, we're going to talk about the Bolts. We're going to talk about the Crunch because the Crunch started, thank goodness. The Solar Bears start October 23rd. The Buffalo Buttes, November 6th. We'll get a little bit of baseball, a little bit of Bucs, and a lot of fun with Kyle's questions right about the 45 top of the hour there. So, without further ado, it's lightning time. Good, bad. I'm not really pleased here. Yeah, but it's lightning. So, here's the deal. Who is in the background yelling and screaming? If that is Kyle, I'll kill you. It is, isn't it? It was Kyle.
It
was.
I think it was Big Daddy. He's got that Miami crap in the background.
See how he just reached out and muted himself real quick?
It was me. It
was
me. My wife opened the door and the kids said something and I was like, oh, and so
I'm going to apologize right now to my son. I'm going to apologize. Sorry.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life,
yes,
son.
I apologize. I am fat, drunk, and stupid on that one. For Moonshine Weekend. I'm not really sure what my own name is at this point. Oh, I heard a beep, which means, not here for hockey. Jesus. Not here for hockey. Bob is on the bottom left now, which bumps up Don to the top. Hey, Don, we're glad you're on top because it's hockey time.
Amen.
So we dropped the banner on the 12th.
And it was an ugly game.
That was about the best thing that happened all night long.
Yep. It was ugly.
I am not one, and I've said this before, I am not one to ever leave a sporting event early. I will not. I refuse. I don't care. I will stay till the bitter end because I paid money for the damn thing. Sure, and I'm gonna watch it. We left 8 minutes before the game was over.
No.
We said, screw this. Lisa looked at me and said, I don't want to be here. I said, I'm embarrassed to be here. And we just left. It's done. Oh, I was so pissed off. First period, no goals scored because nobody did anything. Second period, here we go. Heinen and Boyle both scored, making it 2-0. Third period, Simon scored for 3-0. Sorelli got one. We were already gone. Making it 3-1. But then Bluger came back for 4-1. Alex Killorn tried to do something. Rodriguez and Rust capped it off to make it 6-2. What a crappy-ass game. No penalties in the first and third period. The second period had Heineman and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay Lightning, second period, 2 minutes. Too many men on the ice. Too many men on the ice. That was what plagued us last year and the year before that. What the hell? Why can we not count?
I don't know why they're. It's of course it's a shift on the fly, but I mean, come on. These are professionals. They know the deal. They know the drill.
Yeah, I played center, so I had to do this, and you didn't have to do this because you were always in the goal, Don.
Right.
But you sit on the edge and you look down and you count the skates. That's what you count. You count the skates.
Yep.
And if there's 4 skates hanging over, you're good. If there's 5 skates hanging over, you get back in the damn box.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Oh, my God. It is not that hard. They should watch Letterkenny because they do it right. Letterkenny actually gets this right. By the way, if you're not watching Letterkenny, folks, you need to watch Letterkenny. Go to YouTube, search Letterkenny Best of Shoresy, and you'll be hooked. That's all that's going to matter. That's all. Who's bing-bonging me?
All I know is the game was gross. They didn't show up. They came there to watch the Penguins play.
Oh, I know. It was just horrible.
It was the skating. It was some of the worst play I had seen from the Lightning in years. So I was really just taken aback by it. And yeah, it was only one game, but
I know
it's always your
only
first
one game.
But it's your first game at home,
fan
banner raising.
club.
It has some meaning behind it.
Exactly.
So
I don't know. But I'll tell you, we're gonna say I'm gonna continue to say bad things, even though we won the next two. But I'm gonna talk bad, just so you know.
All right.
I'm not happy. I'm not a happy camper.
All right. So
stars of the game, real quick. Stars of the game, and that one, Jeff Carter, Daniel Heinen, and Dominic Simon. If you'll notice, all of them, none of them were from the Lightning. All of them from the Penguins because we just suck.
Yep.
Shots on goal, 35-28. They beat us there. Hits, we beat them on hits. Who cares at this point? Penalty minutes even tied at 2, and faceoffs ended up being even. Well, 34-35. We actually had better faceoff percentage in this one, but not by much.
Yeah.
It was just at the beginning. It wasn't. We lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how we got it all back. But all right, go ahead, Don. I'm sorry.
So that game stunk. We go to game 2 in Detroit, and I'm a little worried. Detroit came out fired up and smoking.
Fire! Holy crap, Detroit!
They're a good young team, and we got it. We can't. Everybody's gunning for us this year. Everybody,
of course.
So,
nobody wants us to three-peat. Nobody.
Right. Nobody, and we're not going to get any help. So they need to start focusing on their game.
We want to three-peat at this point. The way we're playing.
I think in the second period, the second and third period is when they began to realize, look, we're better than this. When they're down 6-3 going into the third, and I thought, well, this is done. This is a done deal. And then suddenly the wheels came off the wagon for Detroit.
Well, they were down 4-3. And then the third period, right off the bat, within the first 10 minutes, they scored twice on us.
Right. And not a good showing by Vasi.
No.
He did not look crisp.
He was at all so far.
No, he wasn't playing the percentages like he should have been to me. And some of those goals were weak. So I was really concerned.
Well, I don't know. And I've looked at that. So you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I get it. Why the Lightning? Because it's always rains there. Yeah, because the Lightning is the dual Stanley Cup champions, and we always talk about them first because this is, after all, a Bolts show, and then it goes from there for Tampa Bay. Since we're on the game, Larkin starts it right off the bat, scares the crap out of us. Within 6 minutes in, he scores. We're screwed. Right. So already down the pipe. Bertuzzi again. Bertuzzi in the third period for a hat trick. A hat trick against the Lightning. What in the hell? Well, now, I mean, you get a hat trick. Number one, it's great. You get a hat trick when you're on the Red Wings. That's super great. You get a hat trick against Vasilevsky.
Yeah.
You're pretty much going in the annals of history on that one. I mean, I would celebrate. Every girl in Detroit better be banging him because
he was a hatter +1. He got 4.
Yeah, he got 4.
He got 4.
I know. It's so
crazy. I was shocked. Bertuzzi's good, but he's not like Larkin good.
He's not Larkin good. He's not. I just don't get it.
I don't either.
And I watched him play the Sabres the week before, and he was not looking like this at all.
Yeah,
he was just pissing on the ice.
There was definitely a missed assignments all over the place during that game.
Yeah.
I think the thing that really galvanized us, the Lightning, into getting that win was the fight.
Yes.
I
think they had
when Larkin went after Joseph and sucker punched him, it changed the dynamic of the game immediately. The Lightning got pissed.
Yeah.
And that's when it went from that. At that point, I think it was it 5-3 or was it 6-3?
It was
5-3. They get one more, and then we go on a tear.
Yep.
And we end up getting 3 to tie, and then in the overtime, we never let him even touch the puck.
No, exactly. So
in the OT, the 3-on-3 OT, they never even got to touch the puck. We skated them till they were just standing still because they were so tired, and then we scored.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we're going to have to keep doing. So Larkin got the first, Bertuzzi got the second and third in the second period. Andre Palat comes back. Thank goodness, Andre. We're so glad you're there. Assisted by Hedman and Kucherov. Brings it 3-1. Bertuzzi again brings it 4-1 on a power play. Stamkos, back-to-back power plays. Nice job, Steven Stamkos. Makes it 2-4 and 3-4. Bertuzzi brings it to 5-3. Namestronov brings it to 6-3, which is bad. And then, thank goodness, we have Ross Colton, Kucherov, and Killorn to at least tie it up. And as you said, Andre Palat steps up, assisted by Braden Point and Victor Hedman to finish this off. This was not the Stamkos line. This was not the Kucherov. This was Braden Point with Victor Hedman and Andre Palat. And I like this 3 line. This is a good line. You got a real fast skater in Braden.
Mm-hmm.
You got a really powerful skater in Palat, and then you got a really good defenseman in Hedman.
Yeah.
That is a really and Hedman can rush the net too, just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So that 3 line is impressive. I like
it.
These guys. Yeah,
it is. It's a good line, but that's only if you're going to get play to the tie.
Well, yeah, we got to stop doing this shit. And I'll tell you why after this. But this has to stop. Yeah. We are behind the Sabres right now.
Well,
you know what?
Yeah,
we are, and let's go to this. We are behind the Sabres. What in the hell is happening here?
I don't know.
I mean, come on, boys. We are 5th. The Maple Leafs, okay. The Panthers, okay. The Sabres, we're 4th. And then us. We are only just above the Red Wings. And the Bruins, Senators, and Canadians suck, but that's all right. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, like Dan did. He sent me a text saying it's only 1 game, but it's how they're playing is indicative of the next game. And so my worry here is that crap. If we're gonna just watch the Penguins play, and then we're gonna pretty much let freaking Bertuzzi loose like he's freaking Dylan Larkin or somebody big, and score 4 on us, and it takes us. I mean, let's be honest. That last 5 minutes of the third period, that was outstanding hockey for us. But we kept getting power plays because they kept doing stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were a smart team and weren't getting those penalties, we're not winning that game.
Exactly. Let's talk about that. That's a good idea. Taylor, right off the bat. Go ahead.
I'll say real quick. You think it's a Stanley Cup hangover? Because
it might be. That first game, I think definitely against the Penguins, that was horrible.
Well, I think what that is, that's like the start time is delayed because you got to do a banner celebration. So that game right there is like the players are already off because it's not into the routine. But the way they played against the Red Wings, I was thinking that's why. I mean, it was 1 game with the Pengs, but with the Red Wings, I'm like, well, this might be a Stanley Cup hangover, just for the fact that
I have to agree.
They're gonna have a slow start.
Yeah, and it might be. It could be. It just might be too many chicks and a lot of booze too. But I mean, I'm not saying.
I think Kucherov is still trying to recover because
I don't know. I think Kucherov has got number 1 BS going on still in his head because he's been MIA.
Exactly. Oh, so let's go back to the penalties. A lot more penalties at the Red Wings game. Taylor Radish for 4 minutes for high sticking, so he drew blood right off the bat. Good job, Taylor. Right off the bat. Welcome to the team, Taylor. Yeah. Giovanni Smith, 2 minutes for hooking and an unsportsmanlike conduct. Back to back. Pat Maroon for unsportsmanlike conduct. That's a nice fight, of course.
Yeah.
Suster got 2 minutes for delay of game. Way to go, Andre. Nice. Welcome again. Ron McDonough got 2 minutes for roughing, and Matthew Joseph along with Ruda. A lot of roughing. Anthony Cirelli got 1 for roughing, and finally in the second period, Miguel Sergachev. These guys, they had Zadina, Larkin, Cedar, and Smith got some roughing charges. So a lot of roughing all the way around, and Larkin got the 10-minute misconduct served by Smith.
Right.
So stars of the game, Andre Palat, of course, for getting that. Bertuzzi, of course, for getting the hat plus, and Alex Killorn for getting 1 goal. Shots on goal, we killed him. We slayed him 48-26. That's a good goalie for the Red Wings. Scary because he looked like crap at the Sabres game. He looked horrible, and he was on point on this one. 16 hits to 13 against them. We won 30 the faceoffs, which means, in my opinion, we win the game. And the penalty minutes, they had 26. We had 20. So here's my problem, and before we even go into this next game, we are not getting points, and we are beating teams in overtime, almost to a shootout in this next one. This isn't Lightning hockey.
No.
I'm not seeing it. But then again, we did this last year too. Every year we start off slow.
So I mean, as long as we get the W, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
if we're going to give them a point, we should get the 2 point.
But we're getting the little W's. We're not getting the big W's.
Right.
We need those 2 points because if not, we're gonna, we can get 101 points, and then get 102 points, and they're way above us.
Right. Right.
But that wouldn't.
Well, the next game against the Capitals had me worried. Ovechkin has looked strong. He's had a good opening 2 games. He looked strong. The team looked strong. Wilson was skating hard and being rough. I thought, oh crap, here it comes. We've traditionally not done well up in DC, and I was shocked. They played like they played last year. They played strong. They looked good. They were in the corners hard. They were command of the puck. They weren't chasing the puck. And when Wilson started, doing his dumb crap that he does, they just stood up to him. I thought that I didn't like the fact that it went into overtime, but of course Stammer has started strong. If you don't count the Penguin game, well, you can, because he got 2 assists in the Penguin game. Stammer's having a good start to the season.
Stammer is having a phenomenal start. When my wife calls me when I'm in Pennsylvania and says, Can you believe Stammer's doing so well? Yes, I can't believe he's doing so well either.
Yeah.
Just out of the blue. He's back better than he was. And I'm like, we were hoping for your retirement, and now I'm sorry I was hoping for that.
Right.
Jesus.
He's had a good start to the season. He's, if I'm not mistaken, he's leading the team in points.
He's all over the place.
Yeah. And then he had the winner last night on a vintage Stammer shot. That was vintage.
In fact, what we're going to do when we get to that, I've actually got that to show everyone tonight.
Right.
I've got a little video to show everybody tonight. So Ovechkin starts off. We're like, oh, crap. Now I'm watching this on a cell phone at at another banquet. And, when things get quiet and I go, oh, God damn it. They're like, oh, geez, what happened? Oh, they scored. So everyone was kind of into it. First period, no goals. Second period, Ovechkin, of course. Miguel Sergachev comes back in the third period, thank God, to tie it up, with Steven Stamkos assisting and Cernak. And then the OT. Let's go to the video, shall we?
Absolutely.
Let's see. Give me just one. Oh, where is that? That's not that.
Bob, you'll like this.
Here it is.
In overtime. A stalemate on the draw. Stamkos comes out of there. Hedman trying to get up into the rush and make it a 2-on-1. Stamkos fires. He scores. Stamkos wins it for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
That is a bullet to the far side. I mean, the 2 great scorers here. He's come out of the gate hot. Here it starts right off the faceoff. Ovi can't catch up to Hedman, but he's being kept to the outside anyways. And there comes the shot right through the crux of the arm and blocker of Vanacek. The faceoff, they win it. They get through the scrum, and now it's off to the races for Stamkos, who was fresh. He wasn't on that penalty kill. So he comes off the bench fresh and ready to go. Speed and an excellent, deadly accurate shot. And Tampa Bay will down the Caps here tonight, 2-1.
4:45, the time of the tally. Tampa Bay captain Steven Stamkos.
Watch. Yeah, because we're waiting for, a shootout. We're all sitting there watching it, waiting for a shootout. And of course, Stammer comes through. What a nice thing for tonight.
And really, if you think about it, the Lightning played a much more complete game. Vasi looked strong in the net.
Finally.
He finally, and there were some chances. Ovechkin had some chances. Oh my gosh, I thought Ovechkin had a second shot 30 seconds after his first goal. It looked like it was going across the goal line, and he made a save. And I was like, holy shit, you got to be kidding me.
That was amazing, because when they showed that, I was like, did any of that puck? And now I'm sure the puck did cross. We all know it crossed the line, but he was smart enough to cover it. And as soon as he covered it and pull it, it doesn't matter at that point, because you can't see it from any camera angle. They know that. They know that's part of being hockey. Go ahead, Cal.
curious now. Take that a year ago. Is it the same deal a year ago? Were they challenging things like this and going back to the cameras to watch things like this, or is this something new this year? Because I know at the end of the season last year we were talking that there was going to be more challenges and more going to the cameras.
So there was a challenge on that.
Yes.
The Capitals thought it was a goal, and when you look at the replay, they have a camera that's situated right above where the goalie is in the crease.
Right, and
that
it's
looks
pointed down
and it's
at the
pointed
line.
down at the goal line. When you look at it and you slow mo, that puck is close. About 3/4 of that puck is in the
Yeah, I
white.
was gonna say there's probably only about that.
Yeah,
much
there's
that's
not much of
over
that puck
line.
that's on the red line, but it's on the red line. You can
That's
see
all
it
that matters.
when he covers it and pulls it back. So at that point, as soon as he covers it, they lose sight. As soon as they lose sight,
Yep.
they have to call it, and they call no goal.
So it's not, for example, like football where it has to break the plane.
No,
It has to go
that's actually
completely over
completely
the
across.
line.
it has to. The puck has to completely cross the line.
Good question, Kyle.
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's
Yeah, the puck
It's
has
not
to
part of my
complete.
questions.
Oh, it's different from football. You're right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Football gives you. They're like, well, you almost got it. You're good. Hockey's like, no, you ain't got it.
no,
you
you
ain't
got
in.
to
Good
fully
to go.
cross the line.
Now here's
And-
the penalty.
Now, here's my second part to that question. Give me one
Okay,
second. I'm sorry,
ahead.
Jeff.
No, go ahead.
So, second part of that question. Now, when it comes to challenging, obviously that came from the coaching staff. They're challenging the ruling. Is that a goal and not a goal?
Uh-huh.
Now, is it the same as it is in football, where it goes against the team if they get it wrong?
Yes.
Yes, it does. It does.
It takes a timeout.
Yeah,
Okay.
they lose.
It's like
They don't. They only get one timeout in hockey.
Yeah.
So now you don't have any timeouts.
Yeah.
So
and if they challenge and lose the timeout, the next challenge they lose is a 2-minute penalty. It's a bench penalty.
So then they lose a player.
Mm-hmm.
So how many challenges? How many challenges do you get in hockey?
So in
That's
hockey, they can challenge, but they can only challenge in certain situations.
Mhm.
Anytime that it looks like it's a goal, or possibly was a goal. So like a lot of times you saw last year where a team would come in against the Lightning and score a goal, and suddenly Cooper did a coach's challenge. What he was challenging is not the goal itself, but to see if they were offsides prior to entering the zone to score the
Most times
goal.
they were.
And if that was the case, no goal.
And they actually have. There's a coach. There's an assistant coach that all he does
Is watch
is
review.
stands at the line and watches the line the whole game. He doesn't look up. He just watches the line. And if he hears goal, he immediately thinks back, did anybody cross first? Yeah.
And a lot of times you'll see behind the bench, they have a guy that has an actual like an iPad.
Yeah.
And they're rerunning the video really quick to see. Now they can't zoom in real tight, but they're running to see. And if it looks like, this doesn't look kosher, then they're making a challenge. The NHL also, on any time there is a goal and it's questionable, they will generate a self-review.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning the referees will call it a referee timeout. They'll go and do a review to ensure everything was on the up and up, just on the goal, not what led up to it.
So that goes to that goal that, oh God, I think it was it
for us.
Was it the light? Yeah, it was for the Lightning that hit the top of the post, went up into the netting, came back down, and then went in to the goal. And so that was that was a ref challenge.
That was a ref challenge because players were saying no, it hit the netting. Anytime it hits the netting, it's out.
No.
It's like out of bounds per se. So what they did
if
is
the net wasn't there, it wouldn't.
Right.
It would be in the stands. So it generated an automatic NHL challenge,
right?
Because the refs didn't pick up. Because sometimes it happens so fast they just don't pick it up, and it doesn't register in your brain until maybe 3, 4, 5 seconds later, and the play is at the other end of the rink.
Yeah.
Right.
And now
So-
my kids were yelling, but I'm like,
Yeah.
if the net wasn't there, they couldn't play the puck. So.
right,
exactly.
it would have gone into
So-
the stands.
Now, if the other thing is this decision is not made on the ice, and that actually
No.
helps the refs on the ice.
Mhm.
It's made in wherever NHL's
In a
sitting. I think
box.
It's in Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
when-
NHL headquarters, Toronto.
Right. And when they make the decision, they're just telling the ref what to say. So the
Well, they're
ref
just
line
they're
is to go, not me.
Yep. They're if you look at them, they'll say after further review, the call on the ice stands, or no, there's a reverse of the call, or they'll say that, but everybody knows all reviews go through Toronto.
Exactly.
So
Do they explain it though when you're watching it? Because I mean, like in
Not
football,
really.
you
I mean,
get like a big list of what's going on, but in baseball, the umpire just does this, takes it off, and then goes out safe. I'm like, what was the call?
yeah.
Like, why did you change it?
No, the referee will announce right in the middle of the game, we're going to a video review. That's the key word, video review. When they're doing that, they're going to go and talk to Toronto. They're going to get on their headphones and everything, but they're looking at a monitor as they talk to Toronto. And they're talking about, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And they'll make a comparison. And then
But
he'll
when
come
they-
back.
And when they come back and tell the crowd, is it just
Yes.
no goal, or do they actually say because the puck didn't clear
No.
the whole
Well,
entire
yeah,
way?
most-
I mean,
Most
lot
of
of
the
times
time they
they do.
do. A lot of times they do. So like when
Because the crowd's
Vasi
gonna
made the
kill 'em
save,
anyways.
when Vasi made the save, he said, after further review, the puck did not fully cross the goal line
Correct.
prior to the goalie making the save. No goal.
Yep.
okay,
That was all he
that's
said.
what I was wondering,
but he
because I'm
does
like,
that.
if you see the
filled my water
refs
at the
are
banquet, too.
watching the video, but you don't get anything, because like I know in baseball, it's like, well, they don't have mics, so they don't really tell the crowd
Yeah, no.
how
they're
they
mic'd
made
up.
that decision.
Hey, you'll get your baseball time, Big Chief Daddy.
I'm just trying to for people that aren't as good as hockey. I'm just trying to make comparisons to other sports. Relax.
No, that's all good, bro. That's all good. Yeah, no, it's if you go to any NHL game, the head referee is mic'd up.
Mhm.
He's got the little thing on his waist and he's mic'd up. It's always the head referee. The linesmen aren't mic'd up. Rarely.
Yeah, rarely.
They seem to have the same
they
issues that
screw up real bad.
NFL
Stupid shit.
refs have too, and that their mics go bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. And we're back.
So all right, we're gonna come back to this. Let me finish the thing. This was a bad penalty night for us. Alex Killorn, Ross Colton, Andre Palat, and Sergachev all got shit. Hooking, cross-checking, interference, and another cross-checking. All the Hagelin was the only one that got Nikita Kucherov for holding. They are disciplined, and they are getting better at this. And we got to watch out for that. Andrei Vasilevsky had the first star. Steven Stamkos had the second, of course. And Vanacek from Washington had the third with 22 saves. Nice job. Nice job all the way around. 33 shots for them, 24 for us. 19 hits for us, 17 for them. Faceoffs won pretty much even, 29-27. But we ate eight penalty minutes while they only ate 2. Which, here's where it falls back down to. Atlantic Division right now, the Maple Leafs are leading the Panthers, then the Sabres, and then the Lightning, just over the Red Wings, Bruins, Senators, and Canadiens. Penguins are on top of their division with the Hurricanes right behind them. The Wilds over the Blues, and the Oilers over the Kraken. Kraken are number 2 in the Pacific Division right now.
Kraken are playing some good hockey.
They're 1-1-1. Yes, they are.
I'm impressed with them.
I'm scared of them. They might have that new guy win.
Yeah, that alternate captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
It's really good. I'm worried about them.
They're solid. They're solid.
Yeah.
So,
I lost the first game and I lost money on it, you bastards.
in fairness to the Lightning in the Caps game, Colton's cross check. I'm sorry, that was just weak sauce.
True.
That guy was falling down already, and he kind of just holds him down, but he does it with 2 hands on the stick.
Right.
And the ref jumped on him so fast. I was like, "You got to be freaking kidding me!"
Bad.
But I think the refs are just trying to establish a new protocol for the season. They're trying to get the players used to it.
Nobody wants a kindler, gentler hockey game.
No.
Nobody.
We
Except
want-
the damn refs.
Except for maybe Ron.
Come on, Jackie.
Sour grapes every day.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't have anything else he can do. All right, I got to get real quick on the Crunch. The Crunch had their first game. They lost to the Comets, but it's funny. These guys are the, what do they call themselves? The something weird. It's like a, I don't know, IUD or something bad. It's bad. Taylor Radish for the Crunch had the first score in the first period. And then that was the end of that. Nolan Stevens and Jacek from the Comets. Then with Jet Wu. Jet Wu's one to watch. I think we're going to see Jet Wu in the full league very shortly. And then Kachkov tried to score to bring it up, but they still lost 3-2. Interesting. We got to watch Jet Wu. Don, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm Radish, Wu. I'll be honest with you. Joseph, that guy's got some serious jets, but that guy can't handle the puck to save his life.
Not for ass.
I mean how many breakaways have he had? And dude, I'm a goaltender. I can freaking shoot better than that.
Exactly.
It's like, come on.
He is. I said it last year. I said it the year before. Matthew Joseph is a hell of a crunch player.
Yep.
That's
fast. Super fast.
Super fast, super inaccurate.
Got great moves.
Yeah.
But that guy can't hit the broadside of a barn.
He can't. Not at all. It just drives me nuts.
Yeah. I'm just.
He gets it. He breaks away, and I immediately say he's going to pass it to somebody else.
Yeah.
And he passes it to the opposite team every time.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. The dude needs to go and work on his shooting skills.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Ron Pisco says, hi, guys. But
hey, Ron.
His connection is bad. He is don't say that. He's working hard, delivering materials that we desperately need across the country. So thank you to Ron and all
Big Ron.
The road truckers. They're doing a great job for us and keeping part of America alive at least. Oh, I'll get off my soapbox right now. A couple little penalties here and there, but it doesn't really matter. It was a fun game, but we lost right off the bat. All right. I'm sorry we went over 3 minutes. Big Chief Daddy. But it's your turn. We've done hockey. We're good. We'll come back. You know, we're always going to touch back on hockey the whole way through. However, it is time to hear about some baseball. Bob, we lost. The Rays lost. They lost to the Red Sox. It's over. Let it go. It's not like the Sopranos. Just let it go. It's over. We are losers, but we were ahead of the Yankees, and that's all that matters. So, Big Chief Daddy, take us to the playoffs.
Well, in the playoffs, we got, like you said, the Red Sox came in. And they showed Tampa Bay who's your daddy when it came to that right there. Also, the Astros cheated their way again and beat the White Sox and actually showed them who their daddy was. The Braves had an easy win, and they went and beat the Brewers. And then we had Game 5, exciting game between the Giants and the Dodgers. Exciting series. However, I gotta say, I'm pretty bummed at how the series ended. If you don't know, Don, here you go again. Right here, strike 3 from a 90 feet. You're gonna call the umpire's gonna call a full swing, a check swing that he went 90 feet away, cost them the Giants the game. I'm not saying the Giants would have won, but for that series to end that way, it really did suck.
Really? You remember how the last 2 Rays games ended, right? You know, the ground rule double, which they didn't enforce.
Well, yes, the ground rule double. The ground rule double off the
your boys lost. Went into the and then you know what? No sour grapes here. Sour grapes to you guys for no check swing. Who gives a shit? It's over. You lost.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, that was more the Giants were saying that. Then you get the Dodgers saying back in July they had that same thing that cost the Dodgers a game win.
Yes, it did.
But as far as we got the NL and the championship series going on, it's 1-1 in the Houston Red Sox series. The Houston came in pretty good, but the Red Sox came back with Kike Hernandez playing a heck of a series for the Red Sox right now. So it's 1-1. The Braves won on a walk-off winner last night against Austin Riley with Austin Riley with the walk-off. But before that was a bonehead play by Chris Taylor. He should have just kept going to third. He gets stuck in the middle. I think he got deked by actually Austin Riley, of all people, at third base. Stopped in the middle, became a pickoff. And then you left Mookie Betts, one of your greatest hitters. I know he was 0 for 4, but he had a good chance to be a good rally going, maybe take the lead, win that game. They're going right now. It's 2-0 in the second game right now. Dodgers are up 2-0. This is going to be a good series. I still got the Dodgers in, I'm going to say 6. And I want the Red Sox because I got a couple people at work that are big Red Sox fans. That'd be cool to talk with back and forth.
Kyle, if you lift that jersey or that hat, you're going right off the damn show. Just so you know. Fair warning, we haven't got the Kyle questions yet.
I did that for fun.
Yes. I knew all about that also. But I want the Astros. I would love to see the Astros and the Dodgers. I want some revenge on the Astros with all that whole cheating scandal. I don't care. Whole team never got punished for it. But it's going to be a good series. I can't wait to see what the outcome of this game will be. And like I said, I have Houston, I think, will win in 7, and I have the Dodgers winning in 6.
Sweet. And Ron Pisco says, screw Boston. I'll give you that one. All right. So, I don't – honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, from a sports show, and I'm going to admit that I just don't give a crap about baseball anymore. Now that it's out of Tampa, it's like, But still, I have my rooting, and it is not the Red Sox. Let's put it that way. However, let's say something good about the Rays. At the end of the season, at least we were at top of the AL East with 100 wins, 62 losses. The Yankees had 92 wins, tied with the Red Sox for 92, Blue Jays 91, and Orioles 52. So at least we did something right. But I will what? So I will say I don't know. I'm thinking the Astros. Anyone want to chime in on this? Bueller?
Astros, yeah, I think they have a good shot. But the Dodgers pitching, I think, is just their bullpen. It's strange though because and I don't know how long you've been following. I'm new to the bullpen and the starters and the openers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to. They had that the last 2 games. They opened with a starter in an important game 5, and then you open up with a starter in game 1, and you have like three potential Cy Young winners on your staff.
Yeah, and
you're opening with openers. So I know Tampa's done this a lot. I'm new to this whole thing. I'm old school. I'm like, I got a starter, I got a middle reliever, I got a closer. That's what I'm using.
Yeah,
I'm not using 8 pitchers in one game.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But isn't it about the W?
Yeah, it's tactics. It's the new way to do it.
But it's letting the computer saying, "Oh, I don't want my pitcher facing this batter, just line up 3 times." But I've seen pitchers get pulled for no hitters in the middle of no hitters, and they're getting pulled because it's like, well, yeah, or I don't want this guy facing this guy 3 times. They try to shorten the game, but they're shortening it. They're pitching backwards. Normally, they're like, all right, the starter goes 7, and then you get 2 guys but no, let me have 2 relievers go first. I'll do innings 3 to 6 with my long guy who should have started the game, and then you go back down to your other 2. I have closers coming in the 8th inning that should be closing in the 9th inning. I don't like analytics. It's ruining the game, but it's here to stay. So I mean,
so definitely no Raleigh fingers going on, huh?
No. So, all right, that's it. That's about the good baseball news I got for
That's good baseball
this
news.
week.
All right. So Don, who do you think? Who are you going for?
I don't care as long as it's not the Yankees.
Well, the Yankees are out.
That's
We
all I care about.
We don't want the Red Sox. Ron wants the Dodgers. Bob?
How about
Dodgers
this?
against the Houston Cheetahs.
Yeah, that would
Oh
work.
my gosh!
I like that. That's great.
Yeah, I don't care. It's not hockey. Don't care.
It's not. It's not hockey. I know. That's the sad part about being a hockey elitist. You just don't care.
Yeah.
You're like, who's winning? No, I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, who's winning hockey? Yeah.
To me, that whole thing that you talked about, Dan, is crazy. I mean, why would you? That'd be like taking your starting goalie, having them play, allowing one goal, pulling him for the backup, putting the backup in. As soon as the backup allows a goal, now you go get the backup to the backup, the guy that's from college or he's 56 years old, and you put him in there. And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I get you an even better one. It's like, okay, well, if it's a shootout, I don't like the way this if this guy goes glove high, but the goalie doesn't have a fast glove, but the guy on the bench does, wouldn't they put the guy that's on the bench, even though he might be cold, but he has a quicker glove than your starter? Wouldn't you? That's how I look at it. Like, I'm gonna put that guy in because I know this guy goes glove high. He doesn't go. He's not gonna go stick. Yeah. He's gonna go to the glove because he's fancy that way.
Kind of like what happened to Fleury.
Yeah. John, if I'm wrong, is they can't do that on a shootout.
They can't. So the starting goaltender, unless he's hurt, has got the guy in the shootout.
Right.
They're not allowed to pull him. He has to finish the game, unless he's hurt.
Even in the overtime.
Oh yeah,
in the overtime shootout, like what they got these days.
Yeah, if your goaltender is the guy that started the game and he got you all the way through the first 3 periods, and now it's overtime, and the overtime is now over, and we're going to do a shootout. You can't just pull him; he has to finish the game. Now, if he's hurt, that's different.
Right now, if he gets pulled during the game, the backup goalie has to finish the game.
He's finishing the game unless he gets hurt.
Right.
Then they'll pull him and they bring in the emergency goalie. And that's usually that's like the Zamboni driver. And
Zamboni driver.
That happened last year. We remember that.
With Carolina. Ayers won a game as the Zamboni driver goalie.
And they won. I'm sure he gets to keep that puck.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That was the
That's very interesting, though. I would think that I could swap my goalie if I needed to.
Yeah,
even if he's not hurt, if it's more of a reliever or something.
Yep. If he's hurt, then they're going to pull him. Regardless, they're going to pull him. But then they're going to put the backup in. Now the backup is the starting goaltender. You cannot pull him unless he's hurt, and the guy that started beforehand is not going to go back in to replace him. They're both out now.
Right.
So now you have to go to your emergency backup goalie. And that's, like I said, the Zamboni driver.
And that goalie has to go through the shootout. Now, the other thing is, once you start the shootout, that goalie, unless he gets hurt, has to finish.
Yeah.
So you can't take, the first 2 and then switch the goalie out real quick for the third. You can't do it. That goalie has to do all 3 of the shootout.
It's everything with the goaltender is totally based on injury, unless you're in the middle of the actual game.
Yep.
And the goalie's having a bad night, the coach can pull him and put the backup in. But at one point in time, you're going to stay with the goalie, whoever is playing the game. You can't just make this. You just can't trade him out because this shooter goes glove high and the other shooter has a good deke. You just don't do that.
Right.
And you're not allowed to. So
good question. Another good question. And like I predicted earlier, right back to hockey. However, it is time for Kyle's questions. Kyle, what do you got for us tonight?
So I'm actually reverting back to the style of questions that I used to have, because now we are back in full swing with hockey. So most of these Don will probably be able to answer, or yourself, but right down to it. So my first question is, during Thursday night's game against Detroit, why in overtime do we get a 3-on-3 instead of 5 versus 5?
Don?
Well, it's meant to open up the game and it promotes scoring. 3-on-3 hockey opens up more ice.
Yeah.
And if you notice, what we did is we got a hold of the puck from face-off and we didn't let them touch it, and we skated all around, causing them to skate with us, tiring them out. And then if you notice, we began to make changes on the fly. They couldn't
Because we
And-
have possession.
Right,
we have
because
possession.
we have possession.
So what it does is it promotes
Scoring. Yeah,
Yeah,
it promotes
it-
scoring.
it does.
You get less ties that way. I mean,
Exactly.
that's
The
basically what it
NHL is
is.
trying to get away from the ties.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There you go. Good question. Hold on.
Yeah, that
Hold
was
on.
good.
All right. Question number 2. What you got, Kyle?
All right, so the second question I have are our power plays only extended after a goal during major penalties?
So it depends on the penalty. So Larkin was given a major, and he was tossed from the game.
That's where I was going with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Dylan Larkin got a major penalty. He's tossed out of the game. That penalty keeps going. It's not if they score, it's now done and everybody leaves the penalty box. It was because you've been a big time idiot on the ice and you've done something horrific. We're going to penalize you, and we're going to let the other team continue to play that entire 5 minutes.
5-minute major.
It's a
Right.
5-minute major. It's shorthanded, and they can score as many goals as they can score in that 5 minutes.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how many goals get scored, that power play just keeps running.
It just
Now-
keeps running.
But there's a difference now that because more common is a 4-minute major. In a
Right.
4-minute, if they score, it takes 2 minutes off it. If they score again, then he comes out.
Right.
That 5-minute major,
that's
that's
different.
because there was intent to harm, correct?
Correct.
And so it's called a match penalty. So he gets a 5-minute major match penalty, which means he's given the penalty for 5 minutes. He's tossed from the game. He's probably going to lose the next game in addition to the game
He
that he's
did.
being tossed from,
He did.
which he did.
Yeah.
But somebody has to serve his penalty for him. So Detroit had somebody go into the penalty box for 5 minutes, and during that 5 minutes, the Lightning get to score as many as they can because it's an egregious penalty.
So in layman's terms, the way to look at it, then, what you're saying, Don, is so 2-minute penalties are kind of like a misdemeanor, and then the
They're called
majors
minors.
are kind of like a felony.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
a 5-minute major, and there's actually
That's like the
a.
death penalty.
I'm sorry.
It's like the death penalty.
Yeah, it's
comparison.
they're bad. They're not frequent. They don't happen much. But if you look at the Larkin penalty,
Now,
he went after Joseph and tried to rip his head off.
Yeah.
now
that
don't
punch.
forget. Now he got tossed from the game. The NHL suspended him for the next game. Player review hasn't even touched it yet. He's going to lose probably 7 games, and
gonna
probably
lose a lot.
$50,000.
Now, do you think he loses the C?
No.
No. But he's going to get a major fine, major penalties all the way around. He's going to lose money. He's going to pay for this one.
Right.
Can you appeal and still play?
Oh,
while
yeah.
it's still going on?
You can appeal, but you're only appealing the money.
Correct.
You're not appealing.
You're not appealing the games. Like
No.
you're not trying to say if I appeal, so it's a 7. Say it's going to be a 7 games. It goes down to 4.
No,
It's all about the money,
you're peeling the money.
not about the ice time.
And the funny part is they can't appeal the games, which means they don't get paid for the games they don't play,
Right.
and they get fined internally, and they can't appeal that. You just lose it. That's why hockey's so much fun.
So if you look at, I mean, you guys probably weren't. I was. There was the the Battle of Alberta. It was Oilers and Flames, and in it, Rasmus Anderson headbutts Kyler Yamamoto in the face. He headbutts him. I mean, he leads him back into the boards behind the goal line, and Kyler kind of takes a swipe at him like, "Get your hands off me!" And this dude rams his helmet into his face.
Yep.
He was given just a 2-minute minor for roughing, but the next day he was assessed he was assessed like, geez, I think he got hammered for like $30,000.
Yeah, something like that.
So he lost a ton of money for that.
Yeah, well, it's intent to harm. So
It was intent to harm. Yeah. And NHLPA and player safety are all about, no, that's not okay. The days of Eddie Shore are over.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
So there you go.
One more.
Hey, nice job. One more. Here we go. Question number 3. Go ahead.
So, kind of a silly question here, but a fun question nonetheless. So, what happens to all the hats after they get thrown onto the ring for a hat trick?
They are donated to charity.
Yep, they're collected and sent to a charity.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
Exactly
So,
what
if I
happens.
threw my hat out there, the Lightning's not going to just give me another hat.
It's
Yeah,
not
no.
going to be shredded. You're not getting another hat. No.
No, you're not getting another hat.
It's
I
like
mean,
if you throw an octopus.
you are letting go of it on your own accord,
Okay.
but they're going to collect it and they'll give it to charity on your
It's
behalf.
YouTube Animals and Hockey.
Yep.
And it has dog skating, and it has a lot of carp. Remember the old carp incidents?
Oh
When
yeah.
there was, carp on the ice, and
Who gets the octopuses?
yeah, exactly. I like how it cost them.
That's a Detroit thing, bro.
Exactly what. That's great. That's
That is
exactly what
totally,
that is.
and that goes way back.
Oh God, yeah, that's crazy.
That's
That's-
Jeff at work.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh my goodness! All right, here
Probably
we
threw
go.
it.
Here we go. We can't leave out Bob.
Is he awake?
Bob's sleeping.
What do you got, Bob? I guess Bob
We're
ain't
not
got
talking
nothing.
hockey anymore?
No,
I zoned out.
We're
Yeah, we're
talking
talking
football.
Miami Fishes.
Oh, they played great today.
Did
Just
they?
what I was hoping for. Another loss. Hopefully they lose a couple more and they fire the schmuck general manager and the bigger schmuck head coach.
What a bunch of schmuck rocks.
If you need to, why do you play such a preview defense and let the guy get 5 yards so they can kick a field goal where he just hit a 54-yarder? You don't think he's not going to hit a 53-yarder?
Just
I don't know
horrible.
what their coach. It's like they have 3 offensive coordinators. One of them calls plays. It's like they're grabbing plays out of a hat, going, "Oh, Hail Mary! It's first down in the first quarter. Tuck it, throw it." They have no idea what the hell's going on.
Or hey, it's 4th and 1. Grosecki's been playing heck of a game. Let's get the ball to him. No, let's run it.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
You know,
But-
yes,
They average like 1.8 yards per carry. It's like, oh, let's try to run it here. Gee, it didn't work. Wow.
but Tua played okay. I mean, for coming back.
Yeah. He's also missing a bunch of receivers, so yeah, he did play pretty good for once.
They were in England today, weren't they?
Yeah.
They're in London. They're in London.
Yeah, how great is that?
Having
2
tea.
teams from Florida fly to England to play a game.
Yeah. How great is it the fact that you gave them the Jets, the Falcons, the Dolphins, and the other team.
Who's the other team?
I'm drawing a blank already. Who the heck you guys play?
Jacksonville?
Jacksonville, yes.
Yeah.
You give them 4 of the team, and I'm like, well, Jacksonville. That's pretty much a home game for them. They played like
Yeah.
8 games in London. They played 8 games in London, like most ever in the franchise and of all teams. And
Really?
so it's
Yep.
technically a home game for them. There's tons of Jacksonville games, but that's great promotion of the game. Worldwide, send our great 4 teams.
Yeah.
Do you realize
Please.
since this whole series has started, the NFL games in London every year, there still to this day has not been a matchup of 2 winning teams?
Yeah,
At best, there's been 2 500 teams play each other, but there's never been teams with winning records playing each other in England.
Well, there's a reason.
Why?
Yeah, it's like, oh, what's the shittiest game we have? You guys get
Because if the plane
Send them
crashes,
across the pond.
if the plane crashes on the way there or back, they're like, well, we don't want a losing team.
Wow.
Hey, Roger Goodell's like, tax this
That was
team, bitch, and sending them those games.
well, yeah.
It's dark.
This team ain't drawing diddly in the United States, so I'm going to send them over there. Not making any money.
The Miami Fish and Chips.
Well, like, what is
right.
this? This ain't real football. What
How
is
about
this?
your this is wussy football, which is not it's not hockey. So
What, they using
Hey.
their hands?
how about those Bills though? First place AFC East right there. Buffalo Bills 4-1.
Oh boy.
Better
That's what
record than the
Daniel loves to hear.
Patriots And the Jets, of course, they suck. We hate them. And I wish the Dolphins were better than the Jets, but they're not. Chargers have the AFC West. Ravens have the North. Titans have the South. Cowboys have the East. Cardinals have the West. And who has the North but the Packers? Who has the South? NFC South. Way over everybody else. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 5-1. We're kicking ass, taking names. It's a beautiful day for the Buccaneers.
Hey, Bob, what's the story with Gruden?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Washington was accused. The Washington football team was accused of all types of sexual harassment and things like that over the last couple of years.
Gosh,
so the NFL opened a huge investigation into them, collected all this information, 650,000 emails, all kinds of stuff, fined the owner $10 million, made the owner give the team to his wife, but then said, we're not revealing any of the results of this investigation. So these 650,000 emails are floating around to a couple people in the league that have access to them, and somehow somebody leaked John Gruden saying that the Players Association director had Michelin tires for lips, making a racial joke. And then a couple days later, it came out that he called the commissioner several really colorful names that probably would get beeped out on this, so I won't go there.
Thank you.
A homosexual slur, and then a somebody that doesn't know football with the following part of a woman lower down. So this got revealed, and Gruden was basically told, quit or you get fired. They're negotiating a buyout, which I still haven't finished, but Gruden is no more. His TV career is over. His NFL coaching career is over. He's pretty much ostracized, burying his head in the sand somewhere in Las Vegas right now.
Is his plaque coming down in Tampa?
His name is going to be coming down from Tampa. They're not going to be having that no more.
Which I think, I'm sorry. And we discussed this off air with some other people. And look, the things you do good should remain. Yeah, if you made a mistake and they want to fire you or end your career, that's fine. But you still did good stuff coming up to it and made a difference in whatever you've done, whether it's football, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's military, whatever. But to ruin everything that the person did and erase everything, that's part of cancel culture.
Yeah. And I agree with you there, unless it's something egregious.
Yes. And
if somebody got charged with
somebody or raped somebody,
raping kids, and they want to erase his past. Yeah, I agree with that. Or OJ, you want to take him off the honor roll for killing his wife and Ron Goldman? Take him off. But
allegedly, yes.
So what I don't understand is it sounded like this stuff cropped up from like 10 years ago.
It was.
It did.
Yeah,
it did.
First started
so this is old crap.
Yes.
This is really, really old.
It's old crap.
Dirty laundry.
Wow. And that's what the sad part is. And that's and that's why the next thing I fear, who is ever going to enter politics or become a head coach or have any desire to do anything that could bring any kind of shame upon them 20 years from now? Because that's how this world goes. The better you do in life, the more you succeed, the more they're gunning to take you out and ruin everything you did and make it worse than when you started. Who's going to want to do that now? Who wants to?
I'll be honest. There's stuff in my past that I know would make me look bad if I ran for something.
Me too.
There's probably stuff in most people's past. There's 5 of us on here. Probably, if we're honest, at least 4 of us could say we have something bad in our past that we get flagged.
Oh yeah, Kyle, you're clean.
It makes, like you said, it makes you hesitant to do something. It's like, why should I throw my name in the ring to have my past get brought up and me embarrassed, my family embarrassed? Screw it, I'll just sit here.
Yeah. And that's just going to bring the end of the world.
Right.
It honestly is. The cancel culture is going to be a big way that we end the world because nobody's going to do anything. Nobody's going to want to do anything anymore, and our services will just diminish till we can't survive. It's crazy.
Wow.
That's right. There's socialism. That'll fix everything.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, let's not even go there, right? I'm sorry.
Don't get me started.
Hey, we've hit an hour, and we're a little bit over, so I'm going to have to call an end to the show. And in a few minutes, we're going to be coming right back on with the BayLink After Dark, the after show from BayLink Sports. It gets a little blue if you'd like to listen in. It's going to be on YouTube only because Facebook won't let us talk like that. So let us in a little bit. We will
Like
talk
Cooch
to you.
says, that's number one.
That's number one. And we'll answer that question at the next one. We'll see you in a few minutes, folks. Have a great one. Thanks, guys.
Jeez.
Hey, no next week. Ah.
Oh, yeah, there's no show next week.